He got in touch with them. Next thing I know, he's growing. He's been growing ever since. He got 3 grow houses.
3?
Yep. And his partner's got 2.
Damn.
I used to go over there to trim. He had 2 young guys over there trimming too. But the last 3 times I went over there, it's just been me. I guess he got rid of them. They were non-productive. I mean, you know, they stop and talk on the phone for 20 minutes. Rudy, you want something from the store? No, not necessarily. Then they go to the store and they're gone for like a half an hour. I gotcha. No rush. Yeah. He kept telling them too. I know a couple of times I said, and he kept telling them, you guys aren't very productive. You guys better get a little more productive. I guess they didn't take him serious.
You know, he pays good too, doesn't he?
Yeah. Not only does he pays me, and he gives me sometimes a quarter ounce, sometimes a half an ounce.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Bonuses you out.
Yes, sir. Which I appreciate.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you. Oh.
What's wrong, man? You all right? You feeling better?
Feeling a little better, yeah. Just tired. Still got it working its way down. Now it's out from the upper and it's down here.
It's going down.
So, yeah, it's just taking its time.
Yeah, well.
But, yeah. Do some frisbees today.
So does that make me, I'm like a horrible boss, huh? I don't give no fucking bonuses.
What are you talking about? You gave me a nice bonus last year.
I know, but he gives you every time.
Yeah, but he's grown a lot more than you are. Oh yeah, he's, you know. In the one house, he has 3 grow rooms in one house. And then he has another house that's got 2 grow rooms.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Naya being a star.
Who?
Naya. See, she's on the screen.
Oh.
Remember, it's on a delay.
Yeah, right.
So she's there. Anyway, fuck, man. I gotta post these on fucking YouTube. I forget.
You be forgetting?
Yeah, there's gonna be definitely a big run of them. Uncle Dean's gonna be like, what? He's always leaving comments.
That's good.
He's always smoking Deadhead. He's got, and again, they're like the Deadhead, it's seeds, so it's like that one I call Buddha head.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot of them probably like that. On that kind of lemony, not as skunky.
Not as skunky.
Yeah. Type of bud. But hopefully next year I get to go up there. Because Chelsea's got property up there, so.
Well, she does.
Yeah. Well, not her.
Well, yeah, but
her family.
Her people. Yeah, same difference.
Yeah. Yes. A little different. But anyway. I don't know. What you got to say?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I figured it out.
What?
The simulation.
How do we see it?
Well, the way I see it is from the moon.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. Aliens put the moon where it is. The moon wasn't here. In fact, they got some ancient tribes in Africa and in South America that talk about when the moon showed up. So the moon wasn't always there. Now, without the moon, the earth would kind of be in trouble. The moon is hollow. They they crashed when they took off from the moon. They crashed one part of the spaceship into the moon, and it rang for 3 hours. And on the dark side of the moon are alien bases. There's a bridge that's 12 miles long. And this is, scientists have seen this and are talking about it now. There's a bridge that's 12 miles long. They say it could not be, something out of nature. It had to be man-made. There's a thing called the spire. I think it's called a spire. And it's a mile tall. A mile. That's pretty tall.
Yeah, well, without gravity.
Yeah. And then it's...
well, without the same gravity.
Right. And then there's something called the castle. They got pictures of it. The Russians have taken of it. And we take... When we had satellites orbiting the moon, they took pictures of it. There's an ancient city. A futuristic city. They said there's a couple of crashed spaceships on the moon. And I think they're the ones watching us. They're the ones that have manipulated us to be what we are today, I believe. They're probably several thousand years more advanced than us.
Sounds very Scientologist.
No, it's scientific. I mean, if you really do the research, NASA even admits. Carl Sagan, I heard a speech about him, and he says, our moon is not a natural moon. He said, it's not a natural moon. He said, it's something, they don't know where it came from, but it's not supposed to be there. Our moon is the biggest moon for the size of our planet in our solar system. No other, and our moon doesn't rotate. All the other moons, one side of our moon faces us all the time.
Well, it's descending through space with us because
yeah,
we're rippling.
But it doesn't rotate. It does like this, but it doesn't do like this. Rotate as it goes. So we only see one face of the moon all the time. And when they saw the dark side, well, I don't call it dark side. I call it the far side of the moon. When they saw it, their minds were blown because it looks nothing like the side we see. It's all cratered up. It's 90 miles. The crust on the other side of the moon is 90 miles thicker than the crust on the side of the moon we see. And there's some nuclear traces that shouldn't be on the moon.
So what is that?
Because the moon doesn't have a core like the Earth does. So it has shouldn't have any magnetics, nothing on it. But there are magnetic rocks on the moon. They can't figure that shit out, man. That's why we haven't been back there. Because I really think they think people on our planet will start panicking. I believe that too. I believe that a lot of people will panic if they knew this was fact. I mean, you can go on, in fact, there's plenty of information about it in the media and shit like that, but
I can't remember which astronaut it was I saw. He was the guy. He tried to spend he did spend the longest time out of orbit or out of Earth's atmosphere. The longest human out of atmosphere, and he said that all his bones and bone density deteriorated.
Oh, that's that astronaut.
Rapidly.
Yeah, he has a twin brother. That who you talking about? He has, because I think he stayed in space for a year and 3 or 4 months, a long time, and they did that purposely. The twin brother stayed on Earth. He went to the moon. Then when he came back, they compared all the different things. His DNA had changed. His his bone density had shrunk. He said when he got back, he felt like a sponge.
That's why I think it's not good for us to leave Earth. I think that here is natural. This is home.
Well, you might be right. Man might not be able to stay in zero gravity but so long.
And then I was watching where they take flies and they put them in a vacuum chamber. And once they get down to about 15%, even a fly can't fly in a vacuum chamber. Mm-hmm.
Wow, now this tastes good. Well, that tastes excellent.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I could smoke this all day.
I know. I hope to God we have it still.
I hope to God you do too. Me too.
So big.
This is award-winning taste.
Oh, got third place. What the hell?
Which one's that one?
TS4.
Yeah, I love this TS4.
Can I help you, mister? What happened?
And on the moon, a day is 14 days long, and a night is 14 nights long. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think the moon's a place we should be.
Yeah.
That's why we're not really there. I think they were warned off.
Space Force was so good.
What is it? Is it a comedy?
Yes.
It's got to be.
Oh, is it a comedy?
Yeah, it's got to be a comedy.
Steve Carell is the main guy.
Okay.
It's just really good. Because they get into a race with China to get on the moon.
Mm-hmm.
And China's already got like bases and already started drilling like some of the minerals and
Yeah,
shit that are
yeah.
there. And they have like a fucking stupid war. It's kind of funny.
Well, right now, China has a rover on the far side of the moon.
Yep, they landed on the far side of the moon. And they're running around.
And that's a hell of an achievement. That's a hell of a scientific achievement.
Who let
It's
them-
hard to land
Who
on.
let them up in space?
It's hard to land on the other side of the moon because you can't get any communication from Earth once you get on the far side of the moon. That's it. You get no communication. You can't send any, and you can't receive any. So if something happened to you on the other side of the moon, you're done. You're fucked.
That's the thing, though. They're living life on a plane right now where they're gonna dominate the fucking space game.
Who, the Chinese?
Yeah.
Maybe.
No, they are, because most of the shit has to be made over there. Half the shit that's made for rockets to get into space is made in China.
Well, let me ask you this question then. Why do we have the highest flying, the fastest flying, the most stealthy airplanes, and China doesn't have that?
How do you know they don't have
Military
it?
funding?
Because if they had it, they would parade it.
Military-
Chinese and Russians parade everything.
When's the last time Chinese had a military parade?
They have it every May Day,
No.
every year.
What is that, their 4th of July?
I guess
Yeah,
so.
they do have a big military.
Every year.
It's
Okay.
like
Yeah, all their new airplanes fly overhead, all their new tanks,
Yeah, they
and all their
take
new
tanks
missiles
like
they
that.
show off. Yep. But they
Okay.
got no.
He's got a point, though.
What?
They are only spending 1/10 of what we spend on military.
That's why they're behind us.
Again, behind what? They have a fucking 100,000 billion more people than us.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they're technically
And-
more advanced than us.
You get to a certain point, and it's like, what's the point? At a certain point, when it comes to war, technology gets to a point where it's like endgame. And they have that endgame just like we do. So it doesn't matter what kind of fucking stealthy bomber you have.
I think we're further ahead with AI and a lot of things than they
Oh,
are.
I don't know about that, because
I
I
do.
think they're working with Japan. And I think Japan has a
Don't
lot
make
of
no
that shit.
difference. Don't make no difference.
Japan's got a lot of that shit.
Yeah, they do.
I think
But again,
Japan's farther ahead than we are. Japan has...
Japan go under soon?
Huh?
Don't they go under soon?
What do you mean under?
Like, don't they lose,
And where did Japan-
lose their like?
No, that's Hong Kong.
that's Hong
Oh,
Kong.
Hong Kong.
And wait a
This is
minute,
Hong Kong is just one little island.
Japan buys all their weapons from us.
Okay? Because we make them.
Yeah, but they can make them.
Hold on. No, they can't. They don't have the space to make them. Japan doesn't... Do you know how much space it takes to make airplanes and shit like that?
They made them for World War II. Tons of them.
Yeah.
America has better steel.
They had a huge navy. They were making big giant ass aircraft
I
carriers.
understand that. But at
They
the
got
same
the room.
time, if you have a choice where I can buy the same product from a person who's already making it, or make my own infrastructure, like make this own building, which, you know, again,
Some things the U.S. bought out for. In other words, they stopped making it here. They started making it overseas. So when we want something, we got to get it from overseas, where it used to be made here.
Which is a lot of shit.
And a ton of shit.
Yeah.
From washing machines to everything.
Yeah, to antibiotics.
All kinds of shit. Oh, especially pharmaceuticals.
Mm-hmm.
But see, I see China differently from the way you see China.
Who? Me?
Mm-hmm.
I see him as a threat.
I see him as the enemy. Yeah.
Not China people. Not China people.
The American ingenuity is a motherfucker. You know, they'll go. They're already in China. Believe me, CIA agents and all kind of undercover motherfuckers are already in
Well,
China.
yeah, we know that.
And they'll stir the population up.
I don't think you're gonna.
They'll get
stir
the population
up.
stirred up.
Do you know that? What was it? 20, 30 years ago, they did they like basically just wiped out probably about 80% of the population that was up against it.
What are you talking about? In China?
Yeah, they killed everyone at Tiananmen Square, which is all people. They're like, come, oh, if you want to protest, come protest, and they're like, oh, how convenient. We got all the people who are against us happen to be in one spot. Wipe them all out.
Yeah, but what did that do?
It didn't spur on any of them protest.
It put fear into people,
Mm-hmm.
and it made people go underground.
Which makes them small.
Sheep. They're a bunch of sheep.
No, they're just like us. Well, we got a bunch of sheep over here too.
Yeah, but they've been sheep for a long time.
Yeah, but there's
So have we.
But
They believe
we
in
have too.
thing.
But the difference is, the boot was put down on them to be sheep.
Yeah.
You know, they went out and they killed a whole bunch of babies and women and old people
Yeah.
to teach everybody a lesson. You understand what I'm saying? And yeah, that worked for a while.
Who has knowledge? Too.
That works for a while, but in every society that's been done in, that I've studied in history, that people always end up overthrowing the government up here. Even the army turns against them. That's what a coup is, or a coup d'etat. And it happens to authoritarian type leaders more than democratic leaders. Because to be an authoritarian leader, you got to kill people, a lot of people.
You know the difference between these authoritarian leaders in China and all the other ones, like Hussein and whatever,
Or anywhere.
is they have this false sense that they're being voted in. The same with Putin. The reason why Putin's able to do what he does for as long as he has, and has 80% of the population that love him, is because he pretends to do elections.
But you've got to remember, Putin's loved because look at the track history of, like, I mean, he's a bad guy, but all the other leaders for like the last 100 years, horrible shithole leaders that just killed their people.
So does he.
Yeah, I know, but
And on top of that, what has he done any
deceives
different?
them.
So did they.
See, gangsters control
You don't
Russia.
think they deceived him? You think the people were like, "Oh, we don't like
No,
it"?
but
No,
what
they,
I'm
were,
s-
they were like, "We love this guy."
Government don't control Russia.
Well,
Gangsters control Russia.
yeah, which is
Monsters.
Putin, which is Putin.
Yes, but everybody, all the, what do they call them, oligarch?
Putin's a don.
Yeah,
Putin's like basically
he's the head of the crime.
godfather from fucking
Yes,
He's a real enemy in the world.
Yes.
which makes a difference because gangsters are ruthless. They have no sympathy. Look, they just poisoned the dude
Yeah.
just the other day, and this is like the third political guy in the last. Oh no, it's the fifth political people in the last 10 years that they've poisoned. Two of them lived. I don't know if this guy is gonna pull through or not, but the other two, they died. A guy, they had an umbrella, I guess with a hypodermic needle in it. He jabbed the guy with it and kept walking. The guy poisoned. The other guy, I think he ate something. They poisoned his food. Somebody went back in the kitchen and bribed the guy, and they poisoned his food. And then
That dude's a straight mobster.
and then the father and the daughter were eating in a restaurant. Somebody walked by and sprayed them. And next thing you know, they had some kind of weird antibody.
It was that was in a park.
I thought it was in a restaurant. But you might be right. It might have been the park.
Yeah.
But yeah, They see. I'm not saying that we haven't assassinated people before.
Oh, we assassinate people all the time.
You know, we've went in and established a government that was friendly to us. All kind of shit. That's why Iran is what it is today, because of the U.S.
Yeah.
They went there and put the Shah in power.
Yeah.
They took the holy man out of power and put the Shah in power.
And then the Shah.
And he was a crook and a gangster.
Yeah.
Just like Trump is a crook and a gangster.
But
Yeah, he's fucking. He's a crook. That's for sure. I don't think he's no gangster though.
Yeah, he is.
I think he's a wannabe
He
gangster.
exhibits. Well, he's the president now.
Trump.
He exhibits gangster the way he talks. He talks like a
Oh,
monster.
I know. Everything he says is in mob talk. He does everything he does on purpose. He knows that nothing he says can be held against him in a court of law.
No, plus he's lied so many times now that people don't know the lie from the truth and the truth from the lie. He lies all the
He
time.
just says whatever the fuck he wants to say.
Whatever comes to his mind that day, he'll say that shit.
Yeah. Truth or not.
I take him as seriously as a beggar outside the gas station. Like, it's just he's not all there. Like
That they call the National. It's the Republicans against Trump. It's called the National, and they make anti-Trump
No, it's not called the National. It's called the
the Lincoln.
Lincoln Project.
Yeah,
It's called the Lincoln Project.
Lincoln Project.
I mean, they're just libertarians that don't agree
Wait a
with.
minute. No, there's two of them, man. One is called the Lincoln Project, and the other one's called the National.
Okay, well, the
Yeah,
Lincoln Project
it's
is
two of 'em.
libertarians that don't like what Trump does.
The Libertarians?
Yeah,
I thought
think
they were
so.
Republicans.
Which, same fucking thing. Again, we didn't have a duopoly. If you had a fucking actual government, we would have liberals. We'd have the fucking the Clinton Democrats. You'd have the Bernie Socialists. You'd have the Ron Paul Libertarians. You'd have the fucking dipshit. What's his name? The Mexican guy that changed his name.
you're not talking about Cruz.
Yeah, Ted Cruz.
Oh, he's talking about a nutball.
That's fucking Tea Party.
He's a super nutball.
You know what I'm saying? That's
He's
super
better
Tea
than
Party.
Trump.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I would have took him over Trump any day.
Yeah.
If he would have been, I'm telling you, if he'd have been president,
I'll
that
take
dude
Ted
will
Cruz
listen
over
to.
Biden right now.
That dude will listen to, like an actual expert, I think, and not be like the difference between Trump and anybody else is if you tell Trump what he doesn't want to hear, he won't listen to you at all.
None of those Republicans that have not denounced Trump are cut from the same cloth.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know. I'm starting to think that
They're cut from the same fucking
And I'm starting
cloth.
to get persuaded. I'm like,
That's fine. It's easy to be persuaded when someone tells you everything you want to hear. It's like, oh, you can do all that? You had 4 years and you didn't do any of it, but you can do all that now?
He made the swamp bigger. Everybody in his cabinet are millionaires
Yeah.
and billionaires. Every last one of them.
Mm-hmm. He
Millionaires
took all of them
and
from fucking the same places he razzes on.
Yep.
These elite fucking establishments and these elite Democrats. Yeah, it's full of just Republican elites.
Yeah, guys
That's
from.
all it is. It's one elite class fighting another elite class.
And see,
Someone had said that the other day. It's like it's just two elite classes battling over who's going to pretend like they're competent.
yeah. They all got money. That's why they don't give a fuck. They got theirs.
Yeah, they don't.
They got theirs, get yours. That's what the whole thing is. They got theirs, get yours, motherfucker.
Yeah, they were able to do it. You should be able to do it too.
Mm-hmm. And they're right.
Yeah,
This is America, the greatest country on earth.
is it?
That's what they say. You've heard that before. Come on now.
I know. And then
And we got the greatest
if you
army.
criticize it with that,
And we got the greatest Air Force.
yeah,
We got the greatest Navy.
yeah.
We're the greatest.
They are the biggest.
We're the greatest.
They are the biggest, but that doesn't mean they're the greatest. Russia had a big ass fucking army, and they were garbage. Were they not? Didn't the whole fucking thing fall apart?
Yeah.
You can have
But-
big. Big don't mean shit.
See, Russia can never really be a superpower like they thought they were because Russia doesn't have enough resources. Russia is Siberia's not giving you any resources.
we can't attack Russia.
They got what you call permafrost in Russia. One of the biggest oil deposits that they've ever found is in Russia, in Siberia.
Yeah, well, that's changing.
But it's under permafrost.
Well, the Earth is heating up, so that permafrost at some point is going to go away.
Yeah, but by that time, we won't be using any gas and oil.
Like,
we'll be done with gas and oil.
It's weird to me that we're not getting ready for, like...
I don't think we're any more than 15 years away from being done with gas and oil.
Why aren't we getting ready for a flood? Why aren't we...
This electric thing is getting ready to explode.
The what?
The electric thing. Everything's going to be electric.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, now that they figured out the batteries.
Yeah.
I think we're going to lose all electricity in that tech in the next 20, 30 years.
We're going to lose it?
Yeah.
We could. There's some crazy fucking Christians.
Solar flares will...
Crazy fucking Muslims.
Well, a solar flare will lose more than just electricity.
It'll fuck a lot of people up.
It'll burn half the
but
people.
It doesn't. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be a big. So we could get a light solar flare that's just enough to take out the power.
No, there's no such thing as a light solar flare.
It happened in 1890 when they. But
you'd have an electrical grid then.
Yeah. It took out the telegraph. That caught the.
But I'm saying
on fire.
But I'm saying we didn't have an electrical grid then. When that happened.
Back then, they were starting to put up electrical grids. No. Yeah.
Not across the... What I'm saying is there might be electricity in a couple of the major cities, but 90% of America didn't have electricity.
That's what I'm saying. Now that we do, it only takes one decent flare to
get
it out. I mean, look at, 2004?
They'll have to...
When we lost power for 3 days?
But they'll build a bunch of transformers, and transformers, and put us all back online. Oh, a lot of people are going to starve before that. That
yeah, it's going to be a big hit.
Yeah.
For sure, it's going to be a lot.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, this, to me, like, this shit that's going on right now, the protesting, is small beans for when we actually lose power for a week, a month, a year.
Yeah.
Like a friend of mine, he went and bought a helmet. He got the best flak vest, armor-plated flak vest. He got it looks like a soldier whole uniform. He's got AR-15. He's got a whole bunch of guns and stuff. And I said to him, what do you need all this shit for? No, man, when it comes down, I'm gonna be prepared. I said, dude, you just wasting your time.
Yeah, but there's no
money.
prepared. But I'd rather live an extra 20 minutes than not.
I wouldn't give a shit. At that point, I wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah, again, I'm not holding on to life anymore.
No,
at that point, I'm not going to give up. I want. That's at that point.
No, it's not giving up.
Not holding on to something is not.
It's not giving up. It's just moving on to something else.
All I'm saying is that if somebody, I would like to be.
If the nuke drops, I hope I'm close to the fucking instant event.
You're not worried about that because that's all quick. Yellowstone and nuke. I'm worried about 30 people that are hungry at my door and ready to come out and take everything.
You think that's how it's going to be?
Oh yeah, squads of people that are just willing to take it.
Well, don't you have friends and stuff? Won't you get with your friends and be a squad?
Ideally, no, because on a longer span, the more people you have, the more you have to worry about. So, I don't want to have to kill my friends, so I'd rather go.
God, you're something else, man. You are something else.
Well, that's the thing. There's always going to be somebody that thinks that they should know what to do more than you. So, in a survival situation, for me being a smaller guy, the idea would be take out the biggest threat first, even if it's farther down the line and they're not a threat immediately.
Yeah, all I'm going to do is fortify where I'm at and be there.
Yeah, see? Just go somewhere and hide. I know I got a good spot.
Because if it's like that, everybody's going to be going. So what's the difference? Whether it's today or next week, you're still going to be going. Now, do you want to sit around and think about going for a week, or do you just want to go?
Oh, I'll chill. I'll just chill in the woods.
No, you ain't going to chill.
Chill with the deer.
You won't be able to sleep. You won't be able to eat. You're not gonna be chilling. How long have you ever been a long time without eating?
Yeah.
How long have you went without eating before?
About 6 days.
You did?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I just went 4 days the other day.
Oh, okay. The longest I ever went
You were
without
eating grapes.
Well, oh yeah, I did eat grapes.
the longest I ever went without eating
Yeah,
is
that's
3
not-
days. I went 3 days without eating once.
Yeah.
There wasn't no picnic.
I don't know. I don't mind. It's not.
That third day wasn't no picnic. The first 2 days were okay.
Day 1 is hard for me.
But day 3 was a bitch.
After that, it's hard.
They talk about fast.
It's hard keeping energy up.
You know.
Well, they say there's people out there that believe fasting will fucking, like, you can fast to repair anything.
I mean, the Jews do it for every year.
So do the Muslims.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but yeah.
So do the Hindus.
Yeah.
They do it sometimes too.
Yep. I
think it's good for you. They say that.
I think the only one
it
that really
kicks-
doesn't is, you know who, because it's not
The Christians.
Hold on, they
don't really do
fast,
it.
No, they fast for 30 days on a specific thing. Never. I don't think there's an actual fast.
Well,
in there.
there's
Like
only
there is
like
with,
the
like, the
no eating
Muslims.
meat, Lent. You know.
Yeah,
Well, that's
yeah,
Lent.
fish.
It's not even about eating meat. It's Lent. It's giving up something that you cherish
Yeah.
for 30 days. So, like jacking off. If that's a pleasure, your sin.
You know, it's crazy. All these religions have all these guidelines, and you should be doing this, and you should be doing that. And where did they get all that crap from? Where did that come from? Back
People
to
who
the
what?
back
People-
to the simulation.
Well, it came from people in the past.
Yeah, but where did they get it from?
Well, they came up with it because they wanted to control other people.
It's deeper than that. It's that too, but it's deeper than that, man. It goes like,
Okay, well then it's a simulation trying to control people. I don't fucking know.
well, the simulation made this.
I know, but why would they like add that in?
Who knows what their reasons are? I have no idea what their reasons are. They got some. Maybe they got a plan. I don't know. Maybe they wait till we get to a certain.
What if it is a video game?
It might be.
Might be like an MMOP.
The aliens. We might be in video game for the aliens.
RPG.
There is a.
Massive,
Think about
like
it.
a city.
But really think about it.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Then what is beyond that? Do you wake up like, hey,
Or maybe.
I fucking failed. Let me get back in there, and then you wake up as a baby again.
Or maybe you wake up as something else. You know, maybe you wake up as some kind of subatomic particle. You don't know.
You don't.
You don't.
I guess
And you
that's-
don't know.
I guess that's a true statement. Mr. Smokey knows that he's in the way.
He's hanging out. Check him
Yeah.
out. Smokey! Smokey, 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 Smokey.
What? Say something. You want the chair? Is that what it is?
Danny.
My little nub.
Oh, time for a day
All
off.
right, you got a boxing match on tonight I want to watch.
I'm hoping to fucking